Did you know that Texas is the second largest state in the United States? It is also one of the most diverse states, with a wide range of cultures and traditions. In this video, we'll be exploring 10 things you didn't know about Texas. From its rich history to its diverse culture, there's a lot to learn about this great state. Welcome to Coffeepo.com, where you learn finance every day. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do, as we bring valuable information every day to keep you informed and updated about finances. 1. The Lone Star State Flag. Texas's nickname, the Lone Star State, is taken from its state flag, the Lone Star. The nickname originally appeared on the flag of the Republic of Texas in 1838. Texas was an independent country from 1836 to 1845, and it was accepted as the Republic's national flag from 1839. In 1845, Texas became the 28th state, and its national flag was adopted as the state flag. Texas has a strict policy for displaying and caring for the state flag that it still follows today. The law specifies how the flag should be displayed on a vehicle above a roadway, with various regulations for north-south and east-west streets at night, and on a casket, to name a few examples. The Texas state flag must never trail in water, be used as bedding or drapery, or to carry anything. The Lone Star on the Texas state flag represents Texas as an independent republic and its struggle for independence from Mexico. The flag is also a reminder of the state's struggle to become part of the United States. The Lone Star is a symbol of Texas's proud history and its determination to stand alone. 2. Presidential precedents. In recent history, Texas has not been a hotbed for presidential births. However, that wasn't always the case. Dwight D. Eisenhower and Lyndon B. Johnson, two American presidents, were both born in the state of Texas. Eisenhower was born in Denison, Texas, in 1890. He would go on to be a 5-star general in the United States Army and serve as the 34th President of the United States from 1953 to 1961. Johnson was born in Johnson City, Texas, in 1908. He would go on to serve in the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate before becoming the 36th President of the United States from 1963 to 1969. While both former presidents George H.W. Bush and his son George W. Bush have significant ties to Texas and have lived there for long periods of time, neither was born in the Lone Star State. George H.W. Bush was born in Milton, Massachusetts, while his son George W. Bush was born in New Haven, Connecticut. Texas has a long history with the presidency, dating back to when it was still an independent republic. Sam Houston, the first and third president of the Republic of Texas, was born in Lexington, Virginia, in 1793. Anson Jones, the fourth and last president of the Republic of Texas, was born in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, in 1798. While Texas may not have been the birthplace of many presidents in recent history, it has still produced its fair share of leaders. 3. The birthplace of Dr. Pepper. In 1885, a doctor in Waco, Texas, Charles Alderton, was working at a local pharmacy when he invented a new flavor while experimenting with different combinations of carbonated sodas and fruit syrups. His boss, pharmacy owner Wade Morrison, liked the unusual concoction so much that he named it Dr. Pepper after the father of an old flame. Dr. Pepper was presented to nearly 20 million people during the 1904 World's Fair Exposition in Street Louis. A Dr. Pepper museum still exists in Waco, Texas, where visitors can learn about the history of the iconic drink and see some of the original equipment used to make it. Dr. Pepper is a unique drink, and its history is just as interesting as its flavor. If you're ever in Waco, be sure to stop by the Dr. Pepper Museum and learn more about this American classic. 4. Quadrillion-dollar time capsule. The Time Columns Monument is a 6-story stainless steel building with 4 time capsules, 3 that form the monument's legs and 1 that stands erect. The capsules will be opened in 25, 50, 100, and 1,000 years from the date of erection, respectively. The Helium Monument was transported from I-40 and Nelson to its current location at the Don Harrington Discovery Center in 1982 during a 2-day celebration of the monument's 25th birthday in 1993. The first time capsule was opened on schedule. The contents of that capsule are in the Discovery Center's collection and are rarely on display to the public. One of the time capsules sealed on the monument will open 1,000 years from that day, and will include a bank account with a 10 bill as well as a passbook to that account, which is projected to be worth $1 quadrillion by the time it opens in 2968. The time column's monument serves as a time capsule for future generations. The first time capsule was opened on the monument's 25th birthday in 1993, and the contents are on display at the Don Harrington Discovery Center. 5. Helium Capital of the World. The United States Bureau of Mines' Amarillo helium plant is the world's leading provider of helium. The plant is located in the Texas Panhandle, which is home to the world's largest reserves of helium. The plant produces helium by liquefying natural gas and extracting the helium from it at temperatures of 300 degrees below zero. The extracted helium is then used to fill balloons, provide lift for aircraft, and cool superconducting magnets, among other applications. More than 95% of the world's known supply of helium is contained in the natural reserves in the Texas Panhandle and neighboring states. The Amarillo helium plant is the only facility in the world that is able to extract and use this helium. As a result, the plant is able to provide the majority of the world's helium supply. The plant is also home to the world-renowned research institute that offers fundamental data on the production and applications of helium. The institute is responsible for researching and developing new applications for helium. It is also responsible for providing information on the safe and efficient production of helium. 6. Usurping Europe. Texas would be the 40th largest country in the world, larger than any country in Europe if it were still its own country. With 1,289 square miles, King Ranch is the largest ranch in Texas and the United States. It's larger than the entire state of Rhode Island. Although France is nearly the same size as Texas, you could easily throw Switzerland in there as an afterthought. The state of Texas is home to a variety of landscapes and ecosystems. From the sandy beaches of the Gulf Coast to the rugged mountains of the Big Bend region, the state has something for everyone. Texas is also home to a number of large cities, including Houston, the largest city in the state, and the 4th largest city in the United States. Dallas, the 2nd largest city in Texas, is also a major center of commerce and culture. Other major cities in Texas include San Antonio, Austin, and El Paso. 7. A personal power grid. In 1934, the Texas legislature created the Texas Interconnected System, which for a long time was split into 2 separate corporations, one for northern Texas and one for southern Texas, with the goal of staying out of reach of federal authorities. The Federal Power Act, signed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1935, charged the Federal Power Commission with controlling interstate energy sales. Texas utilities avoided being subjected to federal regulations by not crossing state lines. The electric grid in Texas is known as ERCOT, and it's managed by the Electric Reliability Council of Texas. ERCOT does not cover the entire state of Texas. El Paso, as well as the Upper Panhandle and portion of East Texas, are on a different grid. Texas has its own grid to avoid dealing with the federal government. At least one modern outlet for Texas's freedom tendencies is the electric grid in the lower 48 states. There are 3 grids: the Eastern Interconnection, the Western Interconnection, and Texas. 8. Deadliest natural disaster. The Galveston hurricane of 1900 was one of the deadliest natural disasters in U.S. history. In the United States, the hurricane killed between 6,000 and 12,000 people. The figure most frequently reported in official accounts is 8,000. After the storm surge overwhelmed the coastline with 8 to 12 feet, or 2.4 to 3.7 meters of water, most of these deaths occurred in and near Galveston, Texas. In addition to the number of people killed, the storm destroyed about 7,000 buildings in Galveston, including 3,636 residences. Every home in the city was damaged in some way. The hurricane displaced around 10,000 individuals in the city, which has a population of fewer than 38,000 people. The disaster brought an end to Galveston's golden age as the hurricane scared away potential investors who had relocated to Houston instead. 9. Bat Central. In Bracken Cave, Texas, 20 million Mexican free-tailed bats roost from March to October each year. This makes it the world's largest known concentration of animals. The cave is located outside of San Antonio, in southern Comal County. The cave's 100-foot-wide 30-meter crescent-shaped aperture is the bottom of a sinkhole produced when the cave's top fell. Bat Conservation International, based in Austin, Texas, owns the cave and the surrounding undeveloped 1521 acres, 616 hectares. They have restored the area to maintain native vegetation and a diverse range of animals. 10. Texas Pecan Pie. When it comes to food, Texas knows how to go big. In 1999, the ElPaso Diablos Baseball Club constructed the world's largest pecan pie. Spanning 50 feet in diameter, the pie weighed just under 21 tons. Texas is also home to the world's largest bowl of salsa. At the annual Tomato Fest in Jacksonville, Bob Bloomer of the TV show Glutton for Punishment made a 500-gallon bowl of the dip. Jacksonville is also known as the home of the concrete tomatoes. As if a 2,672-pound dish of salsa wasn't hot enough, the city is adorned with over 300 painted concrete tomatoes, each weighing 665 pounds. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more videos from our channel, subscribe and make sure to turn on the bell icon.